Hi there everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to me playing Cities Skylines again on our map with the hard mode turned on, disasters are turned on. We've got a few mods that we're playing with, one of which is the Traffic Manager, and in Traffic Manager we also have the hard mode turned on as well. So you can see here we're cycling through some of the nice spots of our city, and what I thought we would try and tackle today is to, whilst making sure we're turning a profit, we could start to try and expand our city outwards towards the riverbank near the stadium. And in doing that we can start to place a properly designed campus, a university campus. Oh yeah, you can see we've just come out here, which is kind of the entry into our map almost. So why don't we take a little tour up the highway here and have a look around, just while we make our way up to the riverside area that I want to expand into. You can see to the right here we've got a large farming area that is one of the main areas where people come to work. And then looking further up here you can see the original square that our main city started from. Looks like I can put these landfills back to work. Actually, you know what? I remember I wanted to delete these. So let's do that so that we don't have to stay on top of doing that kind of thing anymore. And maybe just replace instead with one of the recycling centres. That can be our first little stop on the way through, and because of all this industry that is collected here, I'm actually interested to see how much import and export we're still doing. Yeah, so it looks like we're importing a lot of goods into our city, and if I zoom out, there's nothing nearby where goods are required. It's out here further away where goods are having to be imported. So we could look to try and place down some good old-fashioned industry on this side of the map somewhere. And off in the distance there I can see some more instances of where people need goods. Yeah, so I get the feeling that we'll need to place some more normal industry today, and that will obviously help us generate income. So yeah, going back to how the city originally started, you see the main zone that we started from. You can see the evidence of where the meteorite hit, and I've even left the crater behind. And you can see where we started to expand out over the river, and a lot of that is turned into a fairly well spaced out suburb. And then coming back this way you start to get into the real highly densely populated area. We've got what we're calling the middle heights, which is, I don't know, what you might call the outskirts of the main city, where some people are concentrated into quite dense housing that don't have a particularly great number of amenities. Then you're getting over here towards the city centre proper, which has a lot of high-rise buildings and offices. Over here we've got the old town centre, and yeah, we haven't looked at this in a while, but I remember enjoying building off of this little plaza thing in the middle and having these old style unique buildings all focusing towards this old set of plazas. So this is now where we could start to build more into this area that we've now unlocked. And yeah, we have a nice big chunk of land that we can now expand into. So it's going to take a while to figure out how we make use of that land in an interesting way, given that the shapes don't seem to conform in our normal grid pattern from here to the bank of the river. And so we'll have to come up with some more interesting shapes. You can see further over there into the distance we've got a few more unique buildings. We have our major airport hub, and we've got this gap here now that is going to be used to place some more highly densely packed buildings, maybe some unique buildings as well. And then off there we've got a large collection of houses that are, sorry, not houses, I should say, large high-rise buildings. And down here we've got a weird kind of stacking effect going on with the relatively steep drop from one little road to the next. And then also last stream we put in a cargo terminal with train access, so we've got this raised train line that goes right around here and ends up coming into our cargo terminal. Yeah. So it seems to me that we are having a little bit of traffic escaping without paying the toll. If I have a look at this, you can see there are some people that are coming out of here, taking this route, and then actually coming out this way. So they're escaping paying the toll that I set up. So what I'm hoping is that if I set this to be not used by trucks with the vehicle restrictions section, that should hopefully do the job. So I think here, yeah, I think just these two should do it, right? So I wonder if that worked. Yeah, that truck has suddenly turned that way. And hopefully that will force what I wanted to happen all along, which was that any major trucks will turn around and be forced to use the toll. So now if we look at this, we've got, apparently there's one truck that thinks he's going to sneak through here, but we'll see. Let's just see how the terminal is performing. We've got the ticket price whacked up to the most, and let's just see how much money we're making. Yeah, we've made, well, 222 last week, 238 now. It's on its way up a tiny bit. That might be the first time that I've seen it actually break even. There we go, we're getting above 250 now. And it costs 250 to run it, so maybe this thing will finally turn a bit of profit. For some reason these cars are not merging very happily, so why don't we have a look at what we're doing here. Yeah, I wonder if we can just encourage them to move through here a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, they're already set to just move through, but for some reason they're all stopping and getting in each other's way. So it kind of looks like we need another lane so that people can maybe come through here a bit quicker. Yeah, to be honest, they're not backing up yet behind the toll booth, so I will leave that for now. And we can start to plan out a little bit of the land and the road networks we want to use for this whole region here. We've got a few major collector roads already. Quite a few of them actually. We've got this one here to the left, which I designed to hop straight across the river here. So I don't think I'll touch that one for now. But we've got, first of all, I think this one would be a good one to start with. And maybe we can take this one to run kind of alongside the river for a little way before we decide to make it hop across the river anywhere. So this path, this road goes right the way under the highway. I'm just trying to see where else it goes. Oh yeah, and it's our main collector that wraps right around the back and passes the forestry and loops back into another main roundabout. Okay, so that's interesting. We've got a really good road network here that we can just continue on, right? And I'd like this road to first of all come up towards the river side. So let's just check out what is the terrain height doing over here. Now we've got a bit of a bend going on already, and some of that is to deal with the contour lines, but to me it looks like we could probably just have that come straight over the top of that little hill. Yeah, there we go. So that's our start. And now, how about we actually try and prepare the waterfront a little bit first by extending the pier, and then I can bring the road up to it. So we're going to need this thing, and let's check what it looks like down there, because it seems that, yeah, we've made it quite high, but we might not want it to be quite that high, so maybe down to there. Yep, okay. Okay. Let's get our terrain tools out as well, and maybe just have a little look at what the terrain is doing around here, and do we want to flatten it out a bit more. So we do have a bit of an issue here with some weird shapes. Now we want to keep the interesting shapes to this land, but I want to be able to have the space and the ability to landscape where I need to get some good university buildings placed, and it might be that we want it all to be at the same level, but it might be a bit more interesting if the university has some pieces at different levels. So to start with, I'll just flatten some of this off a little bit. that's plenty. Okay. So I think I would like to just extend the wall a little bit here as well. It's a bit strange how it's decided to create a groove like that, but what we can do is again just play with our smoothing tool to bring that up a little bit. Okay, so now that we've got that, we can bring our road up to it. I want to come out about there and then start to bend it in. It looks like the angle doesn't want to play ball, so I wonder if I can get this how we need it. Maybe if I place it first and then see what it looks like. Yeah, because I've turned angle off, I can basically place the next one where I want. Yeah, alright, let's just place a road all the way down to start with. I reckon we should lower this road slightly, so let's make a little bit of use of the Move It mod. Yeah, I feel like this needs to be more gradual, so okay, let's try and turn off most of these. We only really need the nodes. Yeah, I think that'll do for that. And then make all of them the same height as this one. And yeah, let's do the same. Make them all the same height as this one. So now hopefully there's a good height difference between the seawall and the road. Let's see, have I taken it too far down? Maybe I have. Yeah, alright. That's easily fixed. You can see by the time we get down here, it's been exaggerated a little bit. There we go. So that could make for some interesting bridges to hop over from here right across the river if I leave the indentation there from the land. Let's have a think about another collector road and where we might want to take that. So this one is quite a major connection point to the highway, and in that direction it feeds a lot of collector access points to other suburbs in that direction. So in this direction it might be good to have something kind of similar happening, but what if we get our toy out to mess about with placing down something here, so I feel like I want that to come out straight to start with. And then let's make it a bit more interesting and add the curve in up here where it seems to flatten out mostly. Yeah, so it seems like we should have about that kind of angle. And then maybe this one can just meet straight up with it to start with. I haven't decided yet if I want to take it straight up and over there. So we are going to have one bridge here anyway, so why don't we do that now? Oh, that works quite well, I think. Just trying to get it so that it's roughly split equally into two pieces across there. There we go. So we'll figure out something with that later, and then yeah, it feels like here might be a good place to have another bridge come across. So why don't we get that to go back a little bit, and then I think I'll keep the terrain on again. And let's start to have that come uphill. Yeah, I think what's interesting is I'm going to have to try and find a way of having a pillar that probably will have to sit in the water, but apparently needs to go slightly higher. Yeah, that's quite a gentle gradient. Let's just force this to be straight for now so that I can see a little bit easier what we're doing. Yeah, I thought it might let me place something there, but let's take it right the way over. Just wondering how high I need to make it on this side, and whether that looks reasonably flat or not. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so that comes out quite gradually. So having placed that one fairly painstakingly, I'm now looking at this weird bit of bridge here and thinking that shouldn't be a bridge, that should just be a raised piece of road like that, I think. Yeah, I think, yeah, that kind of works. Good. Okay. So, having done that one, let's think about our next one. So, interestingly, we've got two collectors fairly close to each other here. We've got one here, and this one I think would be good to wrap around the hill somehow. So you see there's a hill here. Why don't we actually smooth some of this out a little bit? Okay, so now why don't we try and follow the contour lines. Yeah, I think I'll start coming out straight to about there, and then bending that around like so. Just trying to create an interesting shape, see where it might lead. So yeah, this particular piece of road meets a roundabout here and a major collection point from the highway. Just wondering if we should join it up with our other collector down here. Could be worth exploring. So I think I might actually take this one back a little bit and then start to have this one bend its way up the hill. There we go. Oh, I'm running out of money. Maybe it's time we add a bit more jobs just to start with, to get people generating a bit more income in our city. So this might be a fairly quick and dirty solution. But yeah, it seems to me we're going to have to check out what we're spending. Yeah, we don't need a bailout, we'll be fine. Let's check the budget out. Oh, I've got my electricity budget right up for some reason. Oh yeah, okay. Electricity and water are only just about coping. Right, okay. So, whilst we have the means to, let's place just a little bit more in the way of a couple of roads. I'm probably not going to be able to get away with this. But, yeah, we're probably going to swing between generating and losing money for a little while, so let's just place some industry in anyway. Like that for now. And oh yeah, why don't we add some there? That's an easy place to add some. And we could also do the same here. So that should help us generate a bit of income. Whilst we are waiting to make a little bit of money, how about we just check out the status of the traffic and see how things are going. So we've got a lot of red sections, but everything's moving pretty well. We're up to 83%. Yeah, this section is getting a bit busy and backed up, but I think it's okay. And Got a big thunderstorm going on in the background. Down here is always going to be busy, but I think actually that's coping relatively well. Got something weird happening here where I never connected up a metro line. I don't even remember that. We've got 2 metro stations here, but one of them doesn't go anywhere. I reckon I must have run out of money at some point and then never finished the connections. That I've got a stop here and a stop there. Yeah, okay. So again, that's something we'll have to come back to when we've got a bit more money. Let's see, we've got a park plaza that needs rescuing. Is my disaster building switched on? It is, yeah. Okay. There we go. Now I can rebuild it. Okay. So we're just about made a tiny bit of money then. It's swinging around a few $1,000s only at the moment. How about we check out this zone to see if we have water placed already? No, we don't. Okay. Let's reject that. So can we place a few buildings down in places that we already have made use of? So for example, what if I just add a few small buildings in a couple of key places? So yeah, I think some of these could be interesting. Add a few little corner shops and tourist attractions. See if much of that comes in. So you can see a few are building up. Yeah. Alright, what about down here? There's some weird gap here. I have completely forgotten to fill this one in. Let's do a few more little sections. Okay, let's check out a couple more of these zones. Okay, so we've run out of demand for commercial, so we're going to need either some more people to move in or a few more jobs. Okay. Still not making money. Let's check out our budget again. Can think about, are there any things that we can bring the budget down? Oh wow, look at what we're spending on the transportation. 4,000 on buses, 13,000 a week on the metro, and over 12,000 on trains, 15,000 on airports. What about income from that? Yeah, it's never great, the income from the mass transit, but it's essential to help people upgrade their houses. Let's check out what the industry is doing. Yeah, look, without the industry we'd be really stuck. We're making somewhere between 70 and 80,000 a week from our industries. One industry we've completely neglected is the fishing industry, which I haven't even thought about yet. That might be a good way of getting some jobs for people, now that we have access to a little bit more harbour frontage or even beach area. I think this could be a nice spot for that. Potentially this point here could be a place where we have a harbour for bringing in the fish. And we even have a shipping lane nearby on this side. Do we have one on the other side as well? Oh, we do. Oh, wow. We could eventually have 2 passenger harbours. Wow, so much to do. Let's see how this is filling in. Yeah, okay. I can afford a few water pipes now. Yeah, let's take that across. Get the final road piece in, and yeah, let's check that off. Help create some jobs and generate some income, and possibly mean we'll need to have yet another water treatment plant if these guys really start chugging on the water and creating sewage everywhere. But I think for now, water is just about holding up. Unemployment is still so low that we've got plenty of people available to work. It's interesting, we have people now queuing to get into the toll booth, and again they're not spreading out very cleverly here, are they? There is a policy, isn't there, to speed this up, I think. Trying to remember what that policy would be called, but let's check out services. High ticket prices, no, public transport, blah blah blah. Automated, no, not that one. Free I don't want public transport to be free. What about taxation? No. City planning? Yeah, let's... here we go. Automated toll. How much money would that lose me? 30%. Okay, let's just check out whether that's worth it or not. It's making... it's costing me 250 a week, and we're making 360. Oh yeah, why not then? Let's try and get the people in quicker. There it is, automated toll. See if that makes any difference. Oh yeah, I think people are coming through slightly quicker. Makes sense with all the extra industry we've just thrown in, that there's going to be a ton of trucks that need to come through. So we'll let that filter its way in. Hopefully keep us making some money. Just wondering if I can place any more commercial building somewhere. Yeah, let's place a couple. I think we've done fairly well there. We've covered most of that. And I think we're just about making money again. How are we doing for major services? Yeah, still pretty good. Reasonably good. Yeah, we won't worry about education. I think the city is fine for education, really, on the whole. So the way we were bending the road around, I can see that it's not going to line up too great. So let's try and follow the contour lines that are afforded to us, whilst we have this view on. I can really see what's going on. So that's going to come out to about there. There we go. And I want that to come to there. And it's going to loop its way down there. So it's got a bit of a wobbly bend in it. So now the thing to do is decide what we're going to do with this one that comes out and is going to probably turn a slightly different direction. So I'm thinking this one is going to need to come out this way instead. Yep, okay. That could just be a guideline to start with. One thing that I'd like to do as well is add yet another highway junction. And it's going to be over here somewhere. There's plenty of room just here, and the banking by the airfield is already raised above the highway. Okay. So we've got a couple of bridges here we can work with, then we've got a road that is snaking its way around here back to this roundabout. This roundabout spreads out in two ways that are interesting, really. We've got a road that is running along the back of the highway, like so, and probably needs to come back a little bit. There we go. So I just wonder, with that one coming out there and this one coming out, whether we should have this one also come a certain way down and then actually turn about to be parallel with the beach. There we go. So I guess that could be the main collector pathways through this section. Might be that we add more. I can see there's a tree-lined boulevard which carries on a long way through our city. That is going to have to come from here. And I'm also wondering, what's the terrain like? It's actually pretty good. So let's say it comes all the way out to there. So now when we do this, I'm going to expect some kind of response from the traffic. Hopefully it will feed its way down these collector roads. I can already see one car taking a long trip down by the seaside. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why he wants to come all this way, but there we go. But yeah, we put a bit of a bend in now on that particular piece of road. We have one boulevard that goes the other way as well. I feel like we want to try and mirror that if possible. Can we also find a good way of connecting these two roads? That's what I'm also wondering. It's probably going to have to be a tree-lined road. And what I'm thinking is it'll come through and maybe be a windy tree-lined road for once. Just wondering what it could do if we started here and then took it on a bend. Having put a tree-lined road there to connect, now I'm wondering how we could do this and maybe keep it as a separated one. So for example, we could do that. I feel like here we need something, but apparently it's not going to be that because it doesn't come in straight. So let's try and get it straight. Right, there we go. We're making some progress. Okay, let's have a little pause and a think. Should we make this a proper four-way intersection and carry on out that way? If we do that, let's just see what it looks like. It's pretty flat this way, isn't it? So let's come out straight and see what we end up with. Ah, yeah, okay, so this is more of a hill now, so now I'm thinking I want this to come up, out, like that, and yeah, we've created a weird connecting shape now. So, how big a space are we going to need for the university? This could be quite a big university area, so you know what I might do is, as a first attempt, just place it here. Wonder how that would look as a campus which is partly by the riverside, partly hillside, something like that. I think that's probably enough room for university, I would hope. You know what, it might be good to actually include more of the waterfront, so why don't we bring more of that in. So just that I don't forget, I'm going to label this and now that I've drawn that, I should probably put a road in somewhere to also indicate that. Yeah, how are we going to do this then? So here there's a bit more in the way of terrain changes. Excuse me. So it seems like, given the shape of the terrain, we should come out like this and probably think about adjusting the side. There we go. Why don't we continue that around? Okay. And let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's not too bad. So from here, I think we could start to come uphill, because I don't think we're going to need much more than that, and the terrain kind of helps us here a little bit as well. There we go. Does this connect anywhere? No, not yet. Okay, so which one should we have it connect up at? We're going to need some kind of intersection to come to a dead end from there. Or do we just have it carry right the way through? Yeah, I think I'm just going to have it go all the way through. And it meets its end down at the waterfront. So yeah, we can just fill that in a little bit. Oops. Good stuff. Okay. So why don't we take the plunge and build a campus area as well. So we're going to need at least that same zone area again. Great, okay. That's maybe a good bare bones start then. So now we're going to have to think about a bit more of the road hierarchy for this section. And yeah, given how regular this part is of Middle Square, seems like we might have to continue something on in a similar vein for at least a little while. It would look weird, wouldn't it, if we had this this grid that then suddenly turned into a wiggly set of lines. Okay, so it's just about making money again. Okay. So these roads that had all been built up to the edge of the previous tile and now need somewhere to go. So yeah, I think I'm going to start here with this one. So we could start to break away from that and have it come up and around. Yeah, there we go. Connect those two up like that. And then find one with bike lanes. So yeah. Hi Nick. Happy Friday. Yeah, same to you. I'm just trying to chill myself. Happy the week is over. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly keeping me on my toes, trying to figure out how to get an interesting road structure in here. We want it to be kind of free-flowing, but we're going to have to get a lot of university buildings in here, and they just produce lots of very square buildings and square corners, so we probably are going to need a lot of space for our university, given the weird shape that I've put ourselves in. How about we try and contain this Primrose Meadows in a section here that only comes up to the two tree-lined roads, with a few more windy roads, for example. So we could do something like that, and then have that come back in. We could have a road in there that makes use of some of the space, with a couple of straight pieces. Let's come out, what, 7? Try 7. Yeah, and then something like that. And then, yeah, why don't we have that bend around? Okay, it's a funny little shape. And then why don't we try something here? Where is the hill going? Well, there is no hill up here, really. So I feel like this one could just immediately bend around and come into here. good. And then I feel like we need a road, yeah, that comes right through. To there. And what if we try and add a little bit of a regular pattern somehow? Yeah, if I put that like that and then get it to go off to there. Okay. Just create a couple of pieces. I'll keep Primrose Meadows Park there as that piece, and yeah, why don't we have a few more pieces that come out to there. Yeah, this could come up to there. And I feel like I want this to connect to the old town centre, so I'm going to take that further, and then take this one also out further, and get the two to bend around like that. So now we've got a bit of a connection there, and then why not for this one we just put a road, try and get it to go straight would be good. I think road guidelines is messing me up a bit. If I just keep angle and grid on, just angle them, yeah, that's probably better. So I can get that to come all the way through on a straight line. And let's connect it around the back. It's created some dodgy zoning there actually, so why don't we try that again. So let's try and get the angle of this right. Like that, and then the angle of this one. Let's put that there to start with. Yeah, there we go. Although we can do better with that. There we go. So now I'm wondering what special building can we put in that gap. Also looking down upon our old town centre. Could be nice to have some kind of old government office building, or something that also could look out across the river. And then yeah, up here I feel like we need to make use of the fact there's also a road up there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So let's make good use of that. Cool, and let's take that right up to there and have it stop. just thought I'd try an interesting shape there, see how it looks. Kind of looks like a crook, that shape. Okay. So let's have a look at our zones and maybe look to extend the old town centre just a little bit, so we get that to come down to about here. So this is all going to hopefully reflect old buildings. And what's this one? This one is Spring Hills, isn't it? So yeah, why don't we extend that one as well. Good. Right. Okay, so we've got Spring Hills, Old Town Centre, Campus, and then we've got Middle Square here. I'll leave that. Decide what to do with that a bit later. Right. How about we come up with some more interesting things to put in the Old Town Centre? Can I afford any unique looking buildings to make this filled up with something interesting? I think some of these are going to be too big. Yeah, what's this one? Department store, way too big. Alright, what if we had some just kind of shopping plaza? Is that, yeah, I don't think I like that idea. Let's have a look at something else. The disaster memorial could be there. How about the fountain of life and death? That's possible. How about a posh mall? No, that's too big. Okay, what else? An official park. The courthouse, which is too big. Tax office. Oh, maybe the tax office. That could be interesting. Just wondering about having that also come right across. And then placing the tax office beside that, maybe? Yeah, I've done it now. Let's get some water up here. There we go. And okay. Just wondering if there's any other small attraction we could put in front of that tax office. Maybe just a plaza, like an old-fashioned plaza. How would that look? I don't like those. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that as a nice space and maybe just plant a couple more trees. Okay, what should we have up here? So we've got a theatre, I think, is that, or a cinema? Yeah, a theatre. We could place a cinema right next to it, maybe. There we go. Let's try and make use of these car parks that we built for ourselves and add a couple around the back there. Yeah, that's good. Just want to move them up a little bit. Come on, one more tiny little bit over. There we go. And then how about a little bit of detailing with a path. Let's maybe keep the grid on. There we go. Let's do that in a couple of places. Let's get those two connected. And this connected. Yeah, I thought that might not connect. Let's try that again then. Let's try it from there. Yeah, that'll do. How can we do something here? This looks like a good gap to me. There we go. Okay. So we've got the cinema here perched up a little bit on the hill away from the theatre. I feel like we should be able to fit in one more small little unique building in here, but I want it to have that old feel. What if we just place a couple of shops around this to start with? So we'll place something there, see what comes in. Yeah, I can't forget that once we build our university campus areas, I'll either need to include this university or maybe just even turn the university off for a little while so that we force all of the students to come to the new campus when the time comes. Right. So how about we have a few more quirky little high-rise buildings for people to live in. Looks like we're going to need a bit more water. I think that's good enough coverage that way. Let's close the loop over there. That certainly needs to close that loop. This needs to come right the way down. Let's connect these two. Looking good. Okay, and yeah, that can come out there. Good, so we covered the whole town centre now. Here we are with a few little buildings popping in already. I'm going to try that to start with, see what comes in. Okay. How are we doing? Just about keeping our profit? Okay. I wonder how close we are to any of these monuments. Yeah, there's probably a long way to go for all of these. Right. I'm trying to make sure we have a bit of money in the bank before I start building university, so I think what I'm going to have to do is just keep sort of developing this old town centre area. So let's concentrate on adding a few more buildings. Yeah, let's add some houses all the way down this side of the park. With reasonably good spacing. And we're going to need a few shops. So why don't we have actually a few high density ones there. Let's see what comes in. Around a casino, sorry, not casino, around the cinema, you might expect to find something like a casino, but I'm just thinking now we probably can't afford it, can we? Nope, no way. What about any of these lovely buildings? Yeah, we'll come back to that. So we haven't really touched any of the content creator packs yet, but there are loads of interesting shaped buildings in there. Let's just try a couple of high densities for commercial near the old theatre. Just wondering what might pop in. I really like this cathedral looking building. It reminds me of something from real life. I guess that's probably why, right? Probably why it makes such a good looking cathedral, because it's probably based on a real one. So we're getting people moving in. Looks like, yeah, there's some issue with services a little bit over here, but it's not too bad. Oh, excuse me. Right. I've got a few shops along one of these roads. Just wondering if we should place some offices now as well, just to shield a little bit. Yeah, that looks okay to me. And then let's place a couple more. How are we doing for fire? Alright, and police station. We don't have anything much over here, so yeah, let's save that because we're pretty well covered anyway. Yeah, we don't really need schools at the moment, even though eligibility is high. Okay. Well, let's keep filling in some of these. I'm going to use my tried and trusted method to give me some better building spaces by using the fence to block off some of the buildable area. Okay. As these are close to the river, I think it would be nice to have a couple of large residentials. So I'm going to see if we can get them to come in like that. Saying that, I think again I need a fence. There we go. Now all of a sudden I can fit in some slightly larger houses. Okay. I want to connect these up. There we go. And we should probably do something similar there. And here too. Okay, so a couple of interesting paths. I think otherwise it's fairly well connected around here. Okay. Oh dear. Whoops. Can I undo that? No. I'll just have to do that again, I think. There we go. Okay. Wondering about adding some offices in around this thing to start with. Just to see how that fits with this. How are we doing? Yeah, we're up to about 93,000 sims, if you want to call them that. Let's continue with some standard high density buildings. Okay, that looks good. I think we're going to need, well, at least a couple of shops. Okay. So given that we're coming quite close to what is going to be the university district, quite happy with having a continual glut of high density housing. We can claim that actually they're going to be the majority of student halls in this area. So I think I'll just continue to fill in Spring Hills, as we've called it over here, with lots of high density housing and maybe the odd shop here and there, like for example, let's put one there, but primarily it's going to be plenty of decent sized housing blocks the closer you get to the university, right? So tree-lined road could certainly fit a couple of big ones along there pretty easily. Okay. So just trying to leave gaps where possible and create a few interesting shapes with the housing that we're putting in, with different sizes and all this kind of stuff. Creates a bit of interest. Just going to zoom out a little bit and take a look at what we've filled in. Yeah, there's still a decent amount here we could do for Spring Hill, so let's try and get that all done. Okay, good, and we are almost filled in completely. Okay, good. Still not really turning over much of a profit, are we? So we'll have to wait for more people to move in, find more jobs. Let's check out over here how we're doing. Oh yeah, some chunky traffic jams now. Ah, interesting. Okay, they are queuing, it seems, to get out and around. What is going on there? Okay, let's have a look at this and sort out what the heck is going on. So let's have a look at this, guy. Everybody here is actually genuinely looking to come off the roundabout, so that's something good. And the problem we've got is there's like a node here apparently that we can't see, and people are just getting stuck here. So yeah, I wonder why it's this particular bit. I remember setting it up so that people can change lane once, which is what they're doing. Yeah, okay, so what about having the node controller, I think it is. Yeah, nodeless, slope, stretch, embankment. That wasn't it. Maybe it's this one, is it? Intersection marking tool. No, that's not it. Must be something that we can do here. Nodeless. Embankments.
The Coast Guard is warning of a tsunami approaching the area.
Oh, I know.
Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Tsunami.
The tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
We should turn on the water pumping station because it's probably turned off over here. Where is it? Where is it? Turn that on. Hopefully that'll send the vehicles out. Oh, I don't know if it is. There's something going on where it's not sending vehicles out. Oh no, yeah, there's one gone. There's 4 now. 5 come out. Yep, they're going to do their jobs. Good. I mean, this tsunami is hardly gonna end the city, but it'd be good to just get this all sorted. Boats all stay in their place though, don't they? Oh, people are still driving straight into the water. What are you guys doing? Why would you come in and do that? Oh, the water's already receded. Wow, they're so desperate to get to the marina. The water's already gone down. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a disaster, but that was only a small one. Oh, we've got a backup of trains somehow. See, that's the thing, lots of these freight trains are not optimized fully. It's one of the really frustrating things about Cities Skylines is you get all of these trains that are sort of 10% or less full, taking up loads of space on your train tracks. This one actually looks like it's mostly full. Yeah, it's nearly 50%, that one. That one's 53%. So it's not always true, but there you go. Okay, so we've finished filling in Spring Hills.
Has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Well, the tsunami's back again. Maybe we can rebuild these. That one. Just wondering how our traffic is doing still here, because I haven't really fixed this, which is what I was looking at. Yeah, I feel like the easy way to fix this for now is just to let these go straight on as well, and then they won't feel like they have to change, probably. Okay, so they're now getting out and around slightly quicker. Let's have a look at this side as well, just to see. Yeah, okay. So let's let that go straight on as well. Just because these are weird as a roundabout, they're not quite like a normal roundabout. Trying to figure out what it is we can do here. Is it making it custom? Make flat, make slope, corner offset. No, that's not it. Oh, actually, yes, it might be. So if we make that 7. Make sloped. Let's try the same over here as well. So we'll put it to custom, make sloped, put that up to 7. That'll give the cars a little bit more room to stretch out how they merge, I think. Yeah, okay. It is funny to see how much there is that's trying to come off at this junction now. I mean, yeah, look at all that. It's all goods and heavy lorries. Wow. See where everybody coming through here is going. A lot of them are ending up going straight on the highway and actually out of the city, or some of them are spreading out all the way over and yeah, making their way over to here, and then quite a few of them are bringing goods out into the other areas of the city. Yeah, okay. Oh, we've got a bit of money all of a sudden. Maybe we won a football game. Yeah, I think we did very recently win a football game. Good stuff. Okay. Okay. So now might be a good start to draw our campus area then. So we need to decide what kind of campus we want to build as well. So let's start off with painting the area. Oh yes, I already did that bit. Fine. So now we get to do the fun bit of just having a little think of what type of university we want. Trade school. Yeah, you get quite modern looking buildings with a lot of white facades, I think. And then if you go for liberal arts, you get a lot of buildings with brick roofs, I think. Yeah, like red slate roofs or something like that, maybe stone roofs. And yeah, it's just a slightly different feel. And then the standard campus area, you get sort of a mixture of blue roofs and red brick walls. I think I quite like the look of having that come out from the old town centre. I think that could work. We've got to find somewhere to start our campus, so we might need a couple of roads to sort of designate the main entrance in and out first, I think. So given how we've oriented some of these roads, I feel like we're going to need to add a new road. We've already got some tree-lined roads, and we've got this four-way intersection here. But I feel like we need something that's going to come out from here. Maybe do something like that. Let's see, how does this look? Boom, we've got our campus started. How does this look? So we've got our first building. Needs water. Yep, let's sort that out. Let's get this to go all the way down and follow our main road. Good. Okay. We should take that all the way through. Great. Okay. Let's think about what other buildings we're going to need, and then whether we want all of them to be up against a road or just up against paths. We've got paths with decorations and paths not. Yeah, I think I'd like to come out from here with some paths to start with. Let's come out 20 that way and 20 that way. Maybe join the box up, see what we can fit inside. So dormitories. Yeah, so I'm thinking because the administration building is quite a nice building, that we keep a bit of space in front here that is not encroached upon. So if we were going to put dormitories in, we might start with them off the sides. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do actually is add even more paths. There we go, and then try and add a few dormitories like that. So if I turn that off so I can see what I'm doing, I would like something like this, where you have opposite each other like this. So that's spent most of our money now. Go. Okay, now we have a load of dormitories. Can we fit in a study hall somewhere? Yeah, I think that'd be a good spot. And why don't we have that come out? And then groundskeeping. So that's going to hide around here. Like that. And then what's this one? A futsal club. So yeah, I feel like that needs to sit off to the side on its own. So let's have a look at this campus. What have we got? Oh, we've got plenty of attractiveness for the next level. We don't have many students yet. Academic works. Yeah, we could do a scientific study. Oh, I can't afford it though at the moment. Yeah, I think we better leave that as it is. It's costing us money to run it at the moment, so we just need to get some more students in. And the best way to get the students in is to stop them going to the other universities. So let's find this and maybe turn this one off. So that was holding 1,485 students. So I wonder now, once we've done that, in a few minutes of gameplay, hopefully that will force the students to not hang around and go try one of the other campuses. So we also have this campus up here. So yeah. Wow, we haven't made much difference yet. It's always a bit of a game trying to figure this bit out, isn't it? How do we get that like that? What we can try is extending the zone of the university. So, for example, this zone, we just paint it right over that thing and close that like that. There you go. So now you can see when I hover over our one university campus, it includes that one too. And then, yeah, we could even do the same for this one, like that. So now we've got 3 zones that are separated, but they all point to the same campus area. See how they all light up? So I'm not sure if this will work, but I think the idea is that that'll count as students in our zone. Does that? Yeah, so I don't know, we've got 313 now. Let's see how that goes in the future. So how's that looking for the start of our city? Yeah, not too bad. I'm probably going to end up doing something here in the middle with all these trees to create something a bit more interesting. So while that's becoming more prestigious, why don't we try and decide what we're going to do with an extension here to middle square, and how are we going to do that? So let's see. Oh wow, that's didn't think it would do that. Yeah, wow, there's actually a bridge. Sorry, not bridge, a tunnel that is required to get through there. Okay. Maybe we'll keep that. Yeah, that'll do, I think. So, given that weird connection point, trying to do that, we have a lot of room then to build something interesting inside. Oh, it seems I'm running out of money again. It's just getting really challenging just to keep this city chugging along healthily. See, there are some ways we could speed up some money generation, but I don't like doing it too much, and it's basically cheating your way into a lot of funds by setting up a city park that charges money, but the city park, all it really does is hop from one side of the road to another, maybe, or under a roundabout area where people are walking a lot. You make all of the exits and entrances side gates to a bigger park, so it's very possible to make money that way. I've been trying to avoid that. So, for example, on a roundabout like that, you've got loads of paths going underground that doesn't get used quite as much as what I was thinking it might. But yeah, there's loads of places where you could see that kind of thing. Maybe there is a good one. Let's check out how is the oil industry doing. It's 5 stars, isn't it? And we're creating, yeah, plenty of oil, which is, some of it is being sold as oil directly, but some of it is being created for petroleum and plastic stores, which is good. Then over here we've got clothing factory now, a household plastic factory, a printing press, yeah, that, oh, and a naphtha cracker plant to create plastics. Well, suddenly we've jumped up to 95,000. That's pretty good. Most of these tourist trap buildings have built themselves in, which is pretty good. Yeah, just wondering how we can maybe make a start on the leisure area. Create some money that way. Just, you know, add some jobs for people to come and work in. So there's quite a steep drop going on here, and I've just smoothed some of that out, but I get the feeling that actually what I need to do is level out some of this out. So now that we've done that, I can smooth some of it off again. So there's quite a big drop in height from here, so now wondering about just having these 2 levels only. Like this. Okay, there we go. Bit of a minefield, that was. But I think we've got some buildable zones. So now I'm wondering about getting some water pipes in. Can I afford this? Possibly yes. Right, let's get it in quick before we run out of money. And then okay. I wonder what it would look like if I just blanket covered this kind of thing. I'm wondering if we need even more goods. We're still importing quite a few goods apparently, although I can't see an obvious point where right now. Oh, apparently it's over here. Right, okay. So it sounds like, Yeah, in this area you need to add a bit more industry to me. So if I do that, I wonder if that's enough to help. Just wondering how many people are actually using this road, if anyone. Apparently nobody's using it, so what about here for this kind of thing? Yeah, quite a few private vehicles are coming up here, and then for those that actually record their steps and that kind of thing, you've got the pedestrians walking up and around, and they leave by foot. But you know what could help is getting either a metro stop over here or just a bus line even. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have much money to extend the metro stops for now, but students are climbing. Okay, creeping up there to having the number of students we need. And actually we're almost turning a profit again, so yeah, we don't have any policies or staff that we're paying for, so yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. How are we doing over here with all the leisure buildings that I tried to add in? Yeah, a good chunk of them have come in. Unemployment is still only 2%. Okay. Getting a lot of traffic on its way in to our industry zone through the toll booth. So it looks to me like this might need to be 2 lanes. So let's see what that does. We'll still make only the outside lane the one that is allowed to leave. And then up here we'll stop people from switching. Same there and there. And there we go. Does feel like we need more lanes to me. 3 lanes maybe. It's a good start. Yeah, let's try 6. Not sure why that doesn't want to sort itself out, but yeah, we'll. Oh, I know why. It's because we only have 1 lane going out that way. But yeah. Let's have these guys fan out that way. They can only go there or there. These ones can only go there. And those can only go there or there. I think they're splitting and moving in a bit quicker. Yeah. That traffic has all died down pretty quick. So you know what, I think we should make this 3 lanes on the way round. Which one is it? One without parking. Yeah, I'm going to do this one and this one. And then that is going to be like that. Oh, is that right? Yep. And what we're going to do is have both of those for exiting. These guys are going to carry on the way they go. Yeah, these guys are going to go there or there. They're going to go there. Actually, you're not going to go there. You're going to go there or there. These guys could just come straight out. Oh, that sound of the rain in the background is soothing. Traffic is still very good flow apparently, even though with some red hotspots. I guess that's because everything moves fairly well. was our university campus going for students. Oh, not quite up to 435. We've got capacity for 1,600, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay. How about we start to have a think about what we want to do on this side of the great river that we have. So let's just smooth some of this out. Oh wow, we have finished 1 year already. We don't have any academic works, but we do now have students and an attractiveness level that is there anyway. We now have a bonus of tuition fees. Okay. Yeah, we had all of those buildings already, didn't we? So, yeah. Okay. So there's some reasonably hilly terrain over here. It's going to make it more interesting. Feels like we could start off going straight. But then what do we do here? We've just encountered a massive hill, so I feel like we should maybe come back a section and take a path of least resistance, which means coming this way. And then up around there. There we go. Not sure where that would go next, but that's something. And then for this one, we've come into like a small bowl. And here's another bowl. So, you know what? I think it could be interesting to join these up. That joins that up. And oh yeah, over here we've got something as well. Bring that around the back of the hill. How about we go for like a connecting road, which is going to need to wind its way through this weird little valley piece. And then it can come right up to there. that look? Well, it's going to look weird, isn't it? But yeah, we've created some funny shapes now that move in and out of the hills and the regions. Let's maybe just continue this one out straight. Let's see how that goes. So yeah, this big hill back here is suspicious looking hill for resources, isn't it? What could we find here? Apparently there's farming to be had there. What would be really good is if we had a nice ore section, right? We could drill into the ground around this hill if we had ore to place down, but to seem not quite in the interests of the game we're trying to play. We're trying to play with the hard mode, aren't we? So yeah, let's have another look at the traffic, because I could swear I saw people using this road already. There are. So where are they going? So there are people that have cargo trucks that I've decided to take or bring their trucks back from exporting their goods. So they have originally come from this major section around the solar updraft tower. They've been over here to the Middle Heights. Is it called? No, it's called Hickory Heights and Beach Hills over here. But yeah, it's interesting that they decided to come right around there to do that. So yeah, I am thinking of how can I change the layout of this a little bit so that we have the collector going out here instead of meeting up with this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pause this. Get my bulldozer out. Get rid of this. Come back and get our trusty main tool road out. There we go. And then what we can do is it the picker tool, this one? There we go. That looks strange, so I'm just gonna fix that a little bit with the Move It mod, I think. There we go, and then that bit there, and let's just fix up this little piece. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I've probably just despawned a load of vehicles by accident. Yeah, I've got hard mode on now. But yeah. Hopefully that won't have changed anything too much. So if I press play again, hopefully no cars disappeared. Let's see, how's the traffic? It's 80%. Yeah. Okay. There we go, so that connects with that. So just having a look around there, we've now got a collector road which runs the length of the whole river pass almost, doesn't it? Because we start from here, it runs right along there, under the highway, hits a roundabout here, then carries on, then reaches the farm, then carries on further, reaches this junction, then comes to here, and then, yeah, pretty much stops. Okay. I mean, at least it's going to look a lot more organic now over here in this new zone, and also here by our campus. There's some funny shapes going on. Okay. What can we do then with this thing here? Can we, for example, just for the heck of it, get a road that's also tree lined to come straight the way through? Maybe destroy that and join up somehow there. Yeah, I think I'd like to have that come out there. Do something like that. So whether it stays tree lined or not, I don't mind, but yeah, I think having it come all the way through is pretty good. So yeah, that seems fine to me. Okay, so we've got a couple of through roads. Let's add a few more. So what should we do here? We've got fairly straight boulevard with offices and shops on it this way. If you come this way though, we're looking at something a bit different. Bit of a funny angle there. Yeah, hey ho. Have I started that too far away? No, I don't think so, because there is a bit of a hill there. Yeah. A diagonal road like La Rambla in Barcelona. I'm not familiar with that road. Let me just maybe Google that one for a second so I can have a look at it. Give me a second. La Rambla in Barcelona. That looks like a very nice looking pedestrian road, if you could call it a road, with a lot of trees alongside it from what I can see. Okay. So, hang on, let me come back so I can see my game. Oops, let me... There we go. So, let's continue adding some shapes in here. So we've got a funny bend in the road, and we could make use of that. So yeah, why don't we create something with a bit more interesting bend to it, and do something like that. Oh, you're talking about Diagonal Avenue, it's called, basically. That's what that sounds like in English. Avenida Diagonal. Let me just have a look at that one on Google. Avenida Diagonal. It's the widest street in Barcelona that cuts, yeah, it basically cuts diagonally through a massive part of Barcelona. All right. Yeah, I'm just having a look at Google Maps for Barcelona, and most of it is just grids. But there are two diagonal avenues. One is, like you said, called Avenida Diagonal. But there is also another one creating a cross. It's also diagonal. There's a few diagonally named streets by the looks of it. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Well, if we were to do that kind of thing, what we could look to do is incorporate that here on the top of this hill, maybe. So, I don't mind trying something out. What if I delete these? And just for trying something out, it could go from, like, say, what about there? Outwards, something like that. Let's try it. Let's try it that angle. That angle. And then this could go like straight towards the university, couldn't it? Stop there, perhaps, somehow, and then that could come out to about there. Maybe have the angle come in slightly differently. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you know what? We could join this up. Like that. There you go, it's basically incorporated it. What are we going to do over here? Yeah, it's not going to work very well there, but that's reasonable enough interpretation of it. Yeah, if we wanted, we could even continue this on, come down to the beach. And then even have that come out and meet it at a 90-degree angle, something like that. Yeah, let's have it come a little bit further then and meet up there. And then if we come out this way, we can come round there. Why don't we bring that up there, join that up, just to finish that weird little loop off. Yeah. Oh, I need to try and join this up, I think. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to have to work around this shape with some other roads that are going to have to fit as grids inside it, I think. So, for example, we'll either build grids off of the diagonals, like that, you know, or we build the grids from here instead. For Barcelona, I think they actually stick the grids to these sections, I'm pretty sure, from what I was looking at. The grids stick to that, so we could try doing something similar. Okay, let's have a think then about how many grids we could fit in here and how we might want to take them around this central section. You could maybe come up with one central roundabout thingy, because I don't really like having a junction with 6 nodes. That just spells disaster for me. It could get quite busy there, so I don't know, we'll see. That might turn into a roundabout in the middle. But out here, then, let's just have a think about fitting in some grids. So, we've got a road here that literally goes underground to get away from that intersection. Why don't we just fence this off to start with, because I'm not going to build against it. Same on the other side. There's no point trying to build against that. And down to about there. There we go. So now I know roughly what I can aim for in terms of building something up towards that. So get all the snap 2s back on. So, for example, maybe about there, I can get something that comes up to about here near the bridge. And yeah, it's going to come out, I don't know, just about here. Let's try that. And then let's have that join up there. Right. So we don't really need that piece. This could join up to there. I don't know if we can get that to join up straight, so I might leave that. I could go a tiny bit further. Okay. Let's fill in that piece. Maybe try and do something similar over here. So, doesn't want to seem to snap to that very well. Alright, fine. Let's try and use the road from up here. The node from up here. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's just get that in to there, and it's not going to join up to that very easily, so if I come up to there and then bring that one over. Okay. Why don't we have that have an extra connection? Okay. Interesting shape. Let's try that bit again. So this bendy part here is going to make it even harder, but we'll manage. Let's turn off road guidelines a second. Let's get the road to come out to there. Hopefully I can get that to snap in. Yep. Same here. Let's try and get that to snap in. Okay, good. Let's continue that off down there. There we go. Let's get that to go right down there. Don't know yet about that little piece. Let's get that to come through. I feel like that needs to come up to there somehow. Maybe even go all the way up. Yeah. Yeah, I think it will have to be a roundabout. Probably quite a big one as well. A switch actually means that I can't fit that in. So yeah, we'll come back to the roundabout. I do have the Roundabout Builder Mod, which is going to be our saviour here, I think. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if that fits the pattern that well, but yeah, that looks not too bad. Yeah, okay. Don't need that so much. Let's put something in there. Okay, let's try and do this side now. How about we try and mirror actually this road that comes up. If I can find it. Yeah, there it is. It's going to come down there like that. And then can I pick it up on the other side as well? Where is it? 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 There it is. Let's see. What does that look like? So let's get it to join in a couple of places. Can that join up there straight? No, it's not going to like that. So go up to there, maybe something like that. Have that come in there. Let's have that come out just to see where that could go. I don't think we need that, to be honest. What we need is roads coming off this way. So yeah, let's try and have one road at least that tries to connect. There we go. I don't know, I feel like I've messed my pattern up really. Did have kind of a pattern going. Let's try that again. So we've got that coming through to there. Yeah, let's try it like that. Bring that to there and down and around. Yeah, there we go. That can work, I reckon. So we do something like that here as well. Yeah, that looks slightly broken as well, so that should come to there, then out. Oh, my academic year report has basically shown no improvement. Let's wait till next year. Yeah, that doesn't look like it lines up either. Let's try that again. I don't know, does that look about right? I think it seems to line up reasonably well now. Yeah. Let's just try and get that through as well. So this... I'm trying to mirror it all the way across. It seems like I should probably do this, right? Let's get that to join up to there. Okay, so now I feel like I've filled it in with a fairly regular pattern. With a few connections. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, let's finish this bit off here. So that needs to come down. Let's close that off. Oh, that doesn't look very straight to me. Let's try that again. I'll come out this way. There we go. Okay. Yeah, why not just have that come out that way, just to fill that little bit of space. Like that. Right, so now to figure out a roundabout. So because there's like 6 nodes, potentially we're going to need like loads of lanes, but it's only a small suburb type thing. We'll see. So if I get the roundabout builder out, make it a bit pretty big, maybe that big. Yeah, and then we need to decide how many lanes we want. So 3 lane, 4 lane, maybe even 5 lane. Yeah, let's try a 5 lane road. Just because I'm interested to try it. Actually, I don't think I've ever tried a 5 lane one. 5 lane road, no parking. 5 lane road with trees. Maybe let's try one with trees. It's not every day you get to test out a 5 lane roundabout, is it? This is going to be pretty chunky. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so first off, I'm not going to want connections there at that close to that roundabout. And the only issue I can see is this node here. I want that to be moved over a little bit. So yeah, I think what I need to do is just brace the roundabout before I mess about with it. Yeah, let's try it like that. So what I want is to get this node, hopefully, if I don't break it, like here somehow. Is that okay? Ah, that might be it. There we go. And then just let's fix that a little bit. Maybe drag this over a little bit as well. With a little bit of move it mod shenanigans. Okay, that might have done it. Okay. So, the reason I've done 5 lanes is because there are 6 exits. So, when you come in, you could pick any one of 5 exits. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So that means you need 5 lanes, in theory. So as soon as you come into the roundabout, you should be able to pick the right lane and stay in that lane until you get to the next node, and then you move out 1 and so on. So I'd be interested to see if people manage to use it correctly. Yeah, okay, I think that's turned out reasonably well as an experiment. You know what we need now is some ostentatious looking mural or standout piece of art to sit in the middle or something. Some weird looking building or maybe. Or some unique looking thing. We've got a little bit of money saved up now. I wonder what could we put in here. Statue of Liberty. I feel like Statue of Liberty has to go on an island. Somebody said that to me before. You can't put it in the middle of the city, it's got to go on an island. The Arc de Triomphe, that is the thing to do if you're in France, right? It sits in the middle of a roundabout like this. Yeah. I think I like that idea. Then we'd pretend we're in France instead of Barcelona. How much does this cost? 200,000. Okay, well to place it I'm going to need to place a road right into the middle, which is annoying. But let's have a go. Maybe try one of these tiny 1U roads. 1 lane, 1 way road with grass. Let's just see how that goes there, maybe? Yeah, I'll try that. Put that there. There we go. Now all of a sudden we're in France. And yeah, we're going to need some water for all of these roads. Let's come down the diagonals and around. We could also have pipes going underground as well, maybe. Like that. There's another one. And there's the other one. Okay, so that's pretty good coverage for most of it. Just need a little bit there, and there, and there. Yeah, we need a little bit there. Okay. Okay, I'm quite happy with how that turned out. I'm glad I didn't make it an 8-way roundabout. Just so happens we've got one of the roads goes right underneath. So I think 6-way roundabout is plenty. Yeah, I feel like we need to add some kind of path, a special path maybe around this thing. Something like that with the angle. It needs to go to, what about there, and there, and there. So that people can walk around it. And of course we've made a mess of our roundabout with this extra road in, so that's going to need to be give way. Okay. People are coming to visit already. It's interesting to see which lanes people are picking, and then actually their cars are disappearing here when they come to visit. They put their car in their pocket. Strange how the game works sometimes. Right. Now that we've come up with this interesting pattern, I've got to figure out what to put inside all of this. So I'm guessing Barcelona's streets are going to be a mixture of plazas, cathedrals, shops, and a few living spaces as well. So for something like this, we could try and concentrate on making it a commercial area with, you know, a few things like that maybe, and with a few places to live here and there. Maybe it'll be one to think about for next time, but let's see. Can I do anything with my campus before we stop for the night? Still need to get more students in, apparently. We've got space for over 1,000 students, but they're not coming here. Yeah, so what I might do is just turn these other universities off completely that I have. And that should force them all to come to this one. You would think. So maybe the last thing we do is finish up a bit of mass transit with the metros. So I remember there was some leftover metros somewhere over here. they go underground. Hunting, we can find them. Here we go. So let's get that to there. And then this has got to come somewhere. Oh yeah, over to somewhere over here. That's going to have spent a lot of money, but massive underground tunnel. Okay. And then how about our routes? We've got a double thing here, so I could just create a brand new route. It's going to help people basically just get to work. So let's try it out. So we'll go from there to there, and there, and back again. And we could call that the sunset oil line. Should we make that some kind of black colour or grey, yellow type of, I don't know, horrible petroleum looking yellow, dingy yellow type of thing. There we go. How are we doing with our line as well that goes to the stadium? Yeah, here it is. So it goes to the stadium, and that is something that we could try and prepare for. So we're definitely going to need a new stop somewhere over here. How about we put it here, near the Arc de Triomphe. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get underneath the other one. No, I'm going to have to go further down. Yeah, there we go. Now I can get under there. And let's just go straight in with a straight line and change the line to drag. Oh, come on, drag it. Okay, where's the drag and move? Stop. There it is. Drag and move it to here, and add the stops back in again. There we go. So that will start to encourage people to move down. And oh, of course we need a metro stop near our university, right? So I reckon we should add something, well, maybe here, maybe right outside. Yeah, maybe we should have a metro stop right outside the administrative building. About here, maybe. There we go. Let's see how that works. Let's bend that in. There we go. And we'll do the same again. Let's drag that up to there. Add some stops. There we go. And we've created a weird diagonal metro line, haven't we? Okay. So, stadium, city, airport. Yeah, this needs to change slightly. So it's going to be uni campus to, or just, let's forget the uni bit. Let's just call it campus to stadium to city airport. Yeah. Still, not many people are using it, but yeah. Give it time. Okay, so just thinking about wrapping up, I think, for today. We can next time aim to keep expanding this area by the river and try and get the campus up to the next level, try and fill in the regions around the Arc de Triomphe over there. And yeah, I was just thinking of doing a save and trying out the this mod, because I'm not sure if it's going to work very well with the city as it stands, but the idea is going to be, let's just finish the stream with a nice nighttime view. And yeah, maybe have a look around whilst it's night time. I think the map is struggling because it's suddenly dealing with having to do a whole lot of lighting changes. Yeah, it's struggling. But maybe let's find the city skyline for our map and see what that looks like. Yeah, we've got real problems. Oh, I know why it is. It's because I've got a load of solar panels and I don't have enough power when it's night time. That makes sense, doesn't it? It's because I never play with the map at night time. I wonder if I can afford a nuclear station. Yes, we can. How much power is that going to give me? 640 megawatts. Oh, I need even more than that. Wow. Okay, well, let's see if I can place one down quickly. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was not quite right. That can come back a little bit. Okay. So I wonder, will this work? Come on, power. Apparently I'm only producing 300 megawatts. Oh yeah, because I'm struggling for water at the same time. Well, it's a nasty cycle, isn't it, when you get to night time? Yeah, how about we flick this back to daytime quickly. I bet everything will fix itself. Here we go, power is feeding its way back around the city again. Come on. I think the city is getting to that size now where starting to strain the PC a little bit. Here we go. It's all coming back online. Yeah, we've got tons of power, tons of water as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is keep the nuclear station and let's delete some of the solar towers. I've got one over here as well. Now we'll be fine. Can anybody see any more solar updraft towers? That might be it. Oh, yeah, here's one. Pretty sure we should still have tons of energy. Yeah. And over here, we could even just add a few more industries. Any more solar updraft towers? No, not that I can see. Okay. So now hopefully when we go to night time, we should have plenty of power. So we get 800 megawatts from both of these. Together you get, yeah, 1600 megawatts from the two, I would have thought. So yeah, and then we've got a geothermal plant or two knocking around as well, I thought, somewhere. Okay, yeah, let's try it again just to see then. Let's see now what happens to my power consumption. Yeah, that power production is now back down to 355. That doesn't make any sense. Why would the nuclear power stations turn off at night? What is going on? Power output is 160 at night. Have I got my budget turned down? Ah, yeah, that's what it is. Oh, I'm so stupid. Got my nighttime power budget is basically non-existent because I never run it at night. Let's move some of these further up so that they actually make sense to run at night time at the same levels as everything else, to keep the citizens basically in harmony at both nighttime and daytime. Now we should be okay. Come on, city, wake up. City is struggling. Here we go. City is got plenty of energy. So that should do it. Once the electricity's kicked back in, the water will kick back in. There we go. So weirdly, all of a sudden a load of houses are upgrading. I can hear them upgrading in the background. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting just to have a look around at night, because we don't see the city at night hardly ever. So yeah, here we go. Here's a look down the main City Skylines section. Looks quite cool, I think. Some of these IT cluster buildings. Let's do a swoop around back towards the river. Got the old town centre down here with some interesting lighting. Let's turn that cemetery back on. We'll reject that. Where's our Arc de Triomphe over here? Sitting kind of pride of place at the moment with nothing else around it. Up on the hill. Yeah, it looks pretty cool at night. And then over here we've got our stadium at night with a nice long street down in front of it. That's quite cool. I didn't even realise that was what I'd done, but there we go. Got the stadium right at the end of a collector road. If we swing round, you can see a few more of the taller buildings. You can see the airport over there. And then down here you've got the tourists and the nightlife. They have their own sort of lighting scheme at night, don't they? Looks pretty good. Alright, so I think I'll leave it there for this stream. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and yeah, have a good night. I'll see you around 8 PM British time on Wednesday. Good night, guys.